Okay, and so here's a thought I just had is that I and McCall have been connected even before I was Jamali, right? Even before I was I was the sperm in my dad's balls that connected to the egg at the perfect timing in my mom's womb, right? Before I was that, before before slavery, before time itself. So just think about that. You also have a companion, like a damn Pokemon, but way more powerful, like a Mewtwo Pokemon. More like a Kyogre. Yeah, Kyogre. Okay, hey, what's up, man? You know, it's Jam Jam in the mix. Peace to you and all your loved ones. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you're having a great day, night, wherever you're seeing this. So I wanted to show y'all about this meditation I did and this visualization that I happened. So basically, let me just tell y'all straight up, I've been astral traveling, astral projecting, whatever you want to call it. Is it leaving my body and feeling like, oh, I can like look down and like see where I am? No, it's not. It doesn't feel like that for me. For me, it feels like I just disassociate with my body. You know what I'm saying? Like I can feel whatever mudra my hands are in, but it feels like they're kind of numb in the moment. So either way, that's what's happening, right? So I'm taking my consciousness to wherever it be going. So I just wanted to share with you, I did this meditation about finding your Ori, right? So your Ori is basically your spirit guide, and it's basically it's like your spirit companion in the Yoruba Santeria, ancient African system. It's like the person or just your companion, dude. You're familiar. It is just, that's just what it is. So I just wanted to share with y'all just how that went for me and what I saw in some of the revelations that I had. So here it comes. It starts off by me. I'm walking up a mountain, right? All this is happening in my mind, or in some other dimension. Both, actually. So I'm walking up a mountain and I'm ascending a mountain. It reminds me of Stone Mountain in Georgia and Decatur, you know, where I'm from. And so at the top of this mountain, there's a stone circle and it's in the clouds. And on that mesa top of the mountain where I reach it, at the center is like a circle of stones and stuff. And then on the inside of that is like a white Hopi Indian pattern basket weaving mat. I'll post a picture of something similar, but it was like a spiral structure, but then it had like these crazy like triangles like coming up off of it, but very like Native American coded as far as like the shaped language goes. But it was all white and kind of like off-white, so it was able to like have different hues. Anyways, it was a meditation mat, so I go sit on it, but not even, just full vulnerability here. So I started to do the meditation last night, but I passed out. And I was like, I had just smoked and I was getting a little anxiety because I was like, oh man, I feel like weird about this. And you know, I've tried to shake off that fear about, you know, meditating and hypnotization and all these things, but basically I was just like feeling weird about it, and like seeing a figure, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this is totally like weird and creepy, I'm not gonna do this. It was like, what is this? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The unknown. So, you know, just dropping that fear. Come to find out, it was the Orisha Obatala, and they had like all these beads over their face, kind of like this. You can't really see their face, but they were like, okay, so imagine like they were just like off to the side of the screen, just like looking at me like this. Not really doing shit, just looking at me like this. And I was like, okay, so that's happening the whole time. And then and that's happening to the right side, right, of like my vision, my perception. And then as I'm sitting at the top of this mesa, right, in the clouds, on this white like wicker meditation mat thing, then I'm also following prompts in the meditation, right? It's a guided meditation. So then a portal opens and it's like it's basically like this, like exactly that sound. And so it's like, imagine if you set a firework right off in the middle of the air and it does that, but it's a lot more fiery. And so basically that portal opens up and it's like someone spot welding reality. That was what I wrote down. And so then a ball of light and a falcon or an eagle in flight falls out, and so it's got some like hyper rainbow feathers and a really big wingspan. And then so yeah, I'm addressing it like, yo, who are you? Like, whoa, what? What? Wasn't expecting this to be my spirit guide, you know what I'm saying? But like, it was the first thing that popped out of the portal, and the only thing that popped out of that portal, and it was like a knowing, like, oh, like it was like an eagle, and then like 2 seconds later in the guided meditation, it was like, your Ori can take different forms, right? It can be a person, it can be a thing, it can be a symbol, it can be all types of stuff, right? So I was like, oh, boom, confirmation right there. So come to find out, using telepathy and like speaking to the this being through my mind, come to find out its name is macaw. I've been eating a lot of birds named after other birds that I don't know. It's fun. It's funny. I don't know. That's their world. That's who they are. And that's my dog apparently. But anyways, so macaw, the eagle, or it's a hawk. No, it's not an eagle. It's definitely a falcon or a hawk. It's probably interchangeable. It's a raptor bird. Macaw lands on my arm, right? He lands on my arm, and his talons are like huge, but they're warm and they don't hurt. Because as y'all know, hawk and raptors birds have like really sharp, really deep, really long claws. And so without like arm protector and usually like a leather gauntlet, you're not gonna be not bleeding from that. So macaw was on my arm just like just chilling, but also big, you know what I'm saying? But like not big as in big, huge, but like presence big. So again, that's my dog. Ori are chosen before you get. Okay, so the idea is that an Ori is chosen before you get to Earth, and so that my soul, Jamali's soul chose macaw to be my Ori, to watch over me, to be my companion through life, and I'm pretty sure the rest of my soul's life existence. Okay, and so here's a thought I just had, is that I and macaw have been connected even before I was Jamali, right? Even before I was the sperm in my dad's balls that connected to the egg at the perfect timing in my mom's womb, right? Before I was that, before slavery, before time itself. So just think about that. You also have a companion, like a damn Pokemon, but way more powerful, like a Mewtwo Pokemon, more like a Kyogre. Yeah, Kyogre. And mine's like an Articuno, right? Or any of those 3 legendary birds in the first one. Not so much Lugia. Lugia's cool. I just don't like the design. Anyways, boom. Macaw's my companion, soul companion. Right now, he sends and retrieves and gathers messages and moves with speed and grace and supreme perception. That's what hawks and eagles do, right? People have trained again. Here we are with the trained birds receiving and sending messages. Let me look up the laws on hawks in a minute. But the idea is that they move with speed, grace. They're some of the fastest birds, like osprey hawks, some of the fastest ones. They're like really tiny, but they go super fast. And they have a supreme perception, right? They're able to fly high above the storm, high above trees, high above people, high in the atmosphere, right? So very powerful in that sense. And so macaw then shows me how to be multidimensional. That gave me chills. Moving tirelessly across densities and spaces and places, and that I have the magic touch, Midas touch. I get adorned with some of macaw's plumes, and I'm outfitted with a Gundam armor that has these giant Zeta Gundam protrusions from the back of me. Now, I'm gonna put up a Zeta Gundam right here so you can see what that looks like. I used to have the Gunplay model when I was like 12 or 13, so that's super cool. Gotta love the rainbows and fluorescence.